Hello, you join me again in my shed. My name's Rob and this is Weekend Shedhead. I'm actually in my multifunctional man cave shed. You may have seen it, you may not. And in here I've got a workshop, an office area, a bar and kitchen, and it also doubles up as a cinema room and a party room. This video is going to be a little bit different to my previous videos. I'm basically just going to call it Shed Waffle. So it's just me talking to the camera about things that I've got lined up project-wise, little DIY projects, little reviews I've got on tools, etc. Other people's man caves and pub sheds and workshops. I'll do tours around them. I've got a few lined up already. I really need to get moving with that. And also talking about other people's channels, either shed related, workshop related or not. So I hope you enjoy this Shed Waffle. It's a work in progress and I'm sure it will develop over time. Just to say as well, I'm relatively new to YouTube, so I'm still learning loads. Firstly, just a little bit about the channel and why I've called it Weekend Shedhead. Firstly, weekend, because that's really the only time I get free. I work full time, and even then, sometimes my work goes into the weekend. Based around my shed, my man cave, so little DIY projects I do from here, shed modifications and that sort of thing. So it's all centered around my shed. And the word head, just for thoughts you've got in your head. I'm sure you're the same as me when you've got little ideas floating around, what you're going to do in the garden, what you might be building in the house, what you might be building in the shed, the workshop, whatever. So that's the reason, Weekend Shedhead. Pretty self-explanatory really though, isn't it? So the sort of content on here, like I say, little DIY projects. I like to design things or think of things in my head, then design it, put it down on a little bit of paper, draw it out, do a bit of a cut list if needs be, just work out the components I need, and then try and put it into practice, bring the idea to my workshop, build it, hopefully filming every step along the way as well to show you guys. But I'm not an expert on this, it's just something that's my hobby. So if you pick little ideas up, that's great. To give you an idea of the content on here, it's things from little woodworking projects to metalworking projects, things in the garden, modifications to my shed, a few tool reviews here and there, tools that I buy and then I may modify them as well, or some old tools that I bought. I like going to car boots, that sort of thing, so I may pick something up from there. I want to get involved in tool restoration as well. And as I said earlier, that I've got a few lined up already to do other people's man cave, pub sheds and bar shed tours. I've got a couple lined up, like I say, and hopefully that'll come within the next month or so. I've also got an allotment that I might do occasional videos on that. I know that's not to everyone's cup of tea, but you might enjoy it. It's worth a look, but you'll always see at the bottom of the video what in the title what the video is about. So if it's not for you, then no problem at all. So the reason why I set the channel up is because as long as I remember, I've always enjoyed making things, no matter what it is, from cooking to woodwork to growing vegetables to metalwork, fixing my own car when I was younger, whatever. I've always liked using my hands and building things. Also like making videos, so I thought the two together, I might as well put some videos on YouTube. It sort of stores it as a log, if you like, for what I've done over the months and the years, and I can look back on it in the future. I also, before I set the YouTube channel up and up to now as well, I watched loads of other YouTube channels, and I get so many ideas from people's channels. Maybe a little bit here or a massive idea there, and you can sort of cherry pick what is good for you, and then you might be able to improve it or have a go in building something yourself. So I thought I'd do the same. And like I say, there's a lot of things on here that I'm sure there's better experts out there on woodworking. I know, in fact, I know there is better woodworking channels, better metalworking channels. So if I do stuff on here, take what you like out of it. If you improve it, let me know as well, because I'm always interested to hear people's feedback on stuff. The overall thing is, hopefully it just entertains you. At the minute, I don't really know how often I'm going to upload. My main plan is for probably around 4 videos a week in the long run, with one of them being on a Sunday at around 6 p.m. But I don't know the sort of structure yet. It'll probably be 2 videos a week for the foreseeable, and then hopefully leading up to 4. But you might get a few bonus videos here and there. But if you subscribe and click the notification bell, then you'll be alerted next time I put a new video up. And if you give me a thumbs up, that's great. It really helps me out as well. Also, any comments, questions, thoughts, whatever, stick them in the comments below. I really enjoy those. So for upcoming videos, I've got so many ideas of things I want to do. It's just time to do these things. The first one I've got a log burner that I got for free actually, a cast iron log burner that I want to put in the shed, make a flue chimney to go outside as well. Obviously going to make it completely safe and put a firewalls around it as well, and to put a concrete base where it's going to sit. So that's to come in future videos. Foldable workbench. I've just picked up a work surface from a kitchen. It was surplus to a kitchen that's just been fitted, so I got it for free. And I want to turn it into a foldable workbench just to sit at the end of that workbench over there. I want to make it foldable, and then I can slide it away into a cupboard somewhere. Yeah, that's the video to come up. Portable workbench as well. I want to make a workbench on wheels, or a detachable wheel device that's going to sit in that corner there underneath that cabinet. That's to come up. At the front of my shed, there's double doors. I want to make like a canopy over the top where the doors are, so you can open the doors and rain isn't going to come in. It's a bit of a shelter. I want to make a sort of an apex roof coming out from the main apex. What's the word for that? Like a dormer. Is it a dormer? Dormer window? It comes out anyway. Something like that. I've got to do shed guttering around the shed as well at some point. That really needs doing. I've got a little mystery project coming up. It's an idea in my head. It's been floating around for a while. I'll give you a clue. It's musical, but I don't give too much away now. If it works, I think it's going to be great, but I just don't know yet. I'll show you the results anyway. When I make it, good or bad, I'll put a video on. But yeah, that's to come up. Like I said, I want to do metal work as well. I've got a welder buried away that I got really cheap. It's a Clark one, a 150 amp, I think it is. I haven't welded since, I don't know, probably 20 years ago. And the first time I welded, probably I was around 18, 19. And the company I worked for, we had access to this welder. And so when you're 18 and 19, you've got a car and the exhaust pipe's falling apart, and you think, oh, I can patch that up a little bit. So, you know, when you're young, you're out in your driveway trying to fix your car as best you can, as cheaply as possible as well. So I had a bit of experience on that, and then someone sort of taught me a little bit MIG welding, and I was okay at it, but I say that was 20 years ago, so I've got to start from scratch, and I don't think it's like riding a bike. I don't think we'll see anyway, so I'm going to give it a go. Like I said as well, I've got an allotment. I'm going to do occasional videos on that. You might find it interesting. I like growing vegetables from seed and then cropping in harvest time, but yeah, you might be interested in that. I want to do a video as well. I've got TVs all around the shed. I want to do a quick video on how I linked it all together so it can run from a laptop. And the audio system as well, I want to show that at some point. Bar stools, I want to make them from some aluminium kegs I've got, beer kegs, to go outside. So I've got a few ideas for that. Outdoor speakers, I've already got outdoor speakers actually, but I picked up some ball-shaped speakers about this sort of size. They came out of a supermarket actually, and I bought them from a car boot sale. So I want to put them outside, and I wanted to put like a finish on them. It's a little bit different, so yeah, there's a video coming up about that. I want to make a portable tray as well on wheels, you know, for wheeling around the workshops, put my tools on, whatever. So adjustable height on it, wheels on, and a big tray. If you watch any of my other videos, you'll see that I do like magnets. Well, I've had an idea of how to make it magnetised as well, so that's to come. I've just bought a Parkside belt sander. Now, I'm not going to do a review on it because there's loads of videos out there already. Well, I might do a slight review on it when I've used it for a bit, but I've just bought it. One of those little offers, $34.99. I've been after one for a while, and then I saw it pop up and I thought, yeah, I'm going to get that. So yeah, just bought that, unboxed it. What I'm going to do is actually make a jig for it so it can stand it on the workbench and use it as a bench sander, and then try and make it vertical as well. So flip it up so I can use it vertically. It comes with the clamp, so you can clamp it to a workbench, but I want to make more of it's like a wooden jig for it to sit in, or a base, and then put a funnel in there so it can funnel to the vacuum, so it can suck all the dust away. And I want to make a sort of 45-degree perch on it for sanding. So that's to come. While we're talking about impulse buying, well, it's not really impulse buying, but I've got these from Aldi. I always pick them up when they come out on offer. What are they, £2.99 I think they are from Aldi. But yeah, used them before. Jumbo clean up roll. Oh, and some angle brackets from Parkside. That's from Lidl. I think they were £2.99 as well. So another little video I've got coming up, I want to make a draftsman's drawing board, but I wanted to have a dual purpose for it, so it can be tilted vertical, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that when I do the video, but I want to make it a dual purpose draftsman board. So I've got other tool reviews to come along, I've got other projects all running through my head, I've got a book with just so many notes in there, but you'll see them on this channel as I make them. Just want to mention about sheds as well, and I just encourage people that want to get into having a shed in the back garden to turn it into a workshop or an office, or just somewhere to chill out. I think it's worth its weight in gold if you do it right. I mean, I started off in a 10-foot by 5-foot shed, and I had an office in there, my workshop, and I used to go in there and watch TV as well when I wanted to, listen to music, and that was good enough. It was very bare bones, did the job. This shed I'm in now, it's took me about 5 years to get to this point, but I've put a lot of time and effort into it, loads of hours building pretty much from scratch. But I've seen channels out there with huge, amazing workshops, and look, hats off to them as well. But if you're one of them people that just wants to just start off in a little workshop just to build, or just to turn it into a pub shed or a man cave or whatever, pick up a small shed, even get one second hand and just kit it out. I'm sure you'd be amazed. It's like a lot of us, we all live with somebody, either wife or kids or whatever, and it's sometimes good just to take yourself away, do your hobby for, even if it's for half an hour or 10 minutes or an hour or whatever, an afternoon. It's just worth doing. Plus, you can decorate it how you like it as well. So when you're in your house and you're sharing with other people, you've got to sort of have a mutual agreement how the decorations should be. When you've got your own space, you just crack on. It's great. I always think that people should make, just making in general, just to build something from scratch, anything you build or repair in life, I think the satisfaction is amazing, and the accomplishment at the end of it doesn't have to be anything huge, just something small. You don't have to be an expert at anything. I haven't got a clue half the time, just make it up as I go along, but I enjoy doing it. And as long as you're safe, and as long as you don't injure anybody else or yourself, it's always worth getting expert advice if you're doing something a bit tricky, of course. But if you just use common sense and just build something, even, I don't know, if you've got a broken jug that's been broken for months and you think, oh, I'll get around to doing it, just get a bit of super glue, and the satisfaction involved in that is immense. I'm a great believer in just making. I just think it makes everything worthwhile sometimes. You may not, of course, you may think, I'll just get someone else in to do it, but that's just as good. Say whatever floats your boat. And then you build something, it doesn't go to plan, but there's always another day. Sleep on it, start on it again the next day, and usually it works out. So what if it doesn't? That's how we'll learn, and it ain't a bit of failure. So I was looking a while back at companies that started in sheds, and big companies as well. And Hewlett-Packard's one of them, back in 1930s. HP, the big computer company, they started off in a shed. Harley-Davidson, that started off in a shed. Dyson, back in the 80s, whatever it was. IKEA, that was another one, started back in a shed. And Walt Disney as well, back in the 20s. Walt Disney set up in a shed. So one of us one day may invent something, and it's the next big thing. So as well as making YouTube videos, I also watch a lot of YouTube videos, and they're not all shed related or workshop related. Majority of them are, but there's a few that aren't. But I just want to give a shout out to a few of them actually, and channels that I've seen that I think really worth a watch. So the first one is Finca Life, Sharon and Andy. They've been restoring a finca in inland Spain for the last, they've been uploading for the last year on YouTube, but I think it's been over 2 years. They've been restoring this finca. If you don't know what a finca is, it's like a country house, if you like, in the inland of Spain. It's either been run down or close to run down. So they're restoring this finca, and they're doing an amazing job, and they're putting out videos constantly. It's very detailed. Andy's a great craftsman, gets involved with welding, woodwork, plastering, pointing, as does Sharon as well. A lot of varnishing work. In fact, not varnishing, linseed oil, and I will get some, Andy. So check them out. They're trying to work to the dream of having a finca restored in Spain. They're really getting on well, and it's definitely worth a watch. Just give them a try. I'll put the link below. Next is Marcus Hayes. If you're into classic Fords, especially Mark 1, Mark 2, and Mark 3 actually, Escorts, then give his channel a watch. He's into modification as well, puts different engines in there. He's a spot on bloke. I mean, he's a proper grafter. His Mark 1 Escort is just amazing. He's put an ST engine in there. He's got a Mark 2 Escort. So in fact, he's got 2 Mark 2 Escorts, and then he's got a Mark 3 Escort that he uses as well. But definitely give him a watch. Certainly subscribe. You'll love his channel. Give him a try. I'll put his link below. Next is Mark at the Small Workshop Adventures. Mark is the most cheerful guy I think I've ever seen on YouTube. His woodwork skills are amazing. He's got a little shed in his garden. He's just built a wine rack, actually, or wine holder. Detailing work there is amazing. And I say his character, personality is amazing. So give him a try. I'll put his link below. Tell him Rob says hello. Next is Dave at Grumpy's Workshop. He's got a workshop that is updating, actually, each step along the way. He did a great video on a table saw jig. That's something I want to do, but I've got to get a table saw first. So yeah, give him a try, and he's called Grumpy's Workshop. I'll put his link below. Next is the In the Workshop channel. David over there, he's got a garage called workshop in his back garden that is modified to make bigger. You might have seen his channel already, actually, but yeah, great channel. Makes beautiful little ornate pieces. He does some 3D printing. He's done tool reviews. He's done tool modifications. That router you did, by the way, that router table, proper, absolutely superb. And he does a bit of laser engraving as well. But yeah, great channel. Give him a try. Tell him Rob said hello. So there's 2 more I want to tell you about. This first one is Doug at Fleet's Woodshop. Put the link below. This guy's workshop is, without a doubt, the best workshop I've ever seen on YouTube and out of YouTube. Is the effort he's put into the detail is just amazing. I mean, I can't describe it enough. It's just out of this world. Check him out. He does a lot of resin work as well, a lot of work on the lathe. And his character is amazing as well, a great personality. But I'd definitely give him a watch and tell him Rob said hello. And last but by no means least is my mate Nigel at Muddybootz channel. He's got an allotment and he does everything from seed to crop. So if you're thinking of just getting involved in growing vegetables or plants, just watch his channel. I mean, it covers pretty much everything, especially on vegetable wise, literally from planting the seed to cropping, and he explains things so well as well, and such an organized allotment channel. And he's my go-to guy if ever I wonder, oh, what should I do in this situation with growing whatever, click on his channel. Guarantee you 90% of the time you're going to find it on there if you're growing vegetables. So give him a try. Tell him Rob said hello. And by the way, Nigel, those garlic cloves, thanks a lot, mate. So that's it, my first Shed Waffle. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you got this far. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe for future videos. If you click the notification bell, you'll be alerted as soon as a new video comes along. Thanks to my old subscribers and my new, of course. Again, put comments below. Really enjoy reading them and replying to them. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Take care. Cheers.